Minglabar, welcome to Myanmar Today. I'm Henry Zin. Here are the reports and the latest news. The first report on State Counsellor presenting her experience at the ICJ. Next on YRTA saying YBS card system delay is good for quality. A story coverage on Microsoft introducing new intelligent cloud solution. The last report on Chinese ambassador, Yangon region chief minister attending the 20th anniversary of Macao's return to the PRC. Before we get to the reports, why don't we have a look at what's happening in local news. State Counsellor Daw Aung San Suu Kyi held a meeting with the Chief of Myanmar Police Force and senior police officers on Wednesday. In her guidance speech, the State Counsellor said the informal title, police, implies control or guard, and it was assumed that the name was changed to Myanmar Police to protect Myanmar people from internal and external dangers. She said a fair balance of power must be maintained in duties to meet international policing standards. Excess force might cause problems, and it breaches the human rights of individuals. The State Counsellor also reminded that the threats of narcotic drugs can undermine moral ethics of human beings as it is related to criminal cases. She also stressed that it is important to have discussions between the senior officials and their subordinates for the requirements in Myanmar Police Force and urged them to be loyal to the government. Vietnamese Prime Minister Mr. Nguyen Xuan Phuc and party concluded their three-day visit to Myanmar on Wednesday. Accompanied by Union Minister for Education Dr. Myo Thein Chi, the Vietnamese delegation visited Chuedagon Pagoda in Yangon. The delegation then arrived at the Telecom International Myanmar Company, Mytel, headquarters, and the Prime Minister and officials witnessed the signing of an MOU between the Viettel Group and the HD Bank. The Vietnamese Premier held talks with the Yangon Region Chief Minister and his cabinet members about fostering cooperation in investments between the two countries. A seminar on constructive industrial relations and job security concluded Wednesday with representatives from the government, employers and employees exchanging views on current challenges in labor relations. Organized by the Confederation of Trade Unions of Myanmar, CTUM, the two-day seminar was held in the Lain Thaya Industrial Zone in the western part of Yangon. The speakers at the seminar echoed calls from the tripartite group for constructive relations between employers and employees. Regarding good relations between employers and employees, Marcy of Taylor Government, a representative from the employers sector, highlighted the need for clear and concise directives from the government and stressed the importance of accountability and responsibility among employers. She also highlighted the important role played by HR personnel in factories in preventing misunderstandings between employers and employees, which could spark labor disputes. When asked to comment on the labor environment in Myanmar, Mr. Hiroyuki Nagumo, president of the Japan International Labour Foundation, who was also present at the seminar, said, after seeing the results of the discussion, he felt that Myanmar is still far from the point it needs to reach in terms of labor relations. The Uli National Kandoji Garden Flower Festival is showcasing a variety of flower species this year. The month-long flower festival is being held from December 15th to January 15th, 2020. This year, the flower festival will also display Neja Ban Wingaba from Myanmar, Julid flowers from the Netherlands, Ninzipin from England, and lilies from Italy. An official from the festival organizing committee said a variety of beautiful flowers will also be displayed and sold at the flower festival. Famous singers will perform on 21st, 22nd and 25th of December at the Flower Festival free of charge. Many travelers are visiting Binh Uluen Flower Festival this year compared to last year. That's all with the local news, and here's the first report on Myanmar Today. After defending lawsuit at the International Court of Justice, State Counsellor Daw Aung San Suu Kyi and the delegation arrived back in Naypyidaw last week. On Wednesday, the State Counsellor presented the experience of oral proceedings at the ICJ to the public. Daw DJ Henry Zin has the details.
State Counsellor of the Republic of the Union of Myanmar, Daw Aung San Suu Kyi, in her capacity as the Union Minister for Foreign Affairs, appeared as agent for Myanmar at oral hearings on the application submitted by the Gambia at the International Court of Justice, ICJ. The ICJ holds the oral hearings for 3 days, from 10 to 12 December, at The Hague in the Netherlands. State Counsellor and the delegation have arrived back in Naypyidaw in December 14. On 18 December, State Counsellor presented the experience of oral proceedings at the ICJ to the public through MRTV and MRTV Radio Myanmar.
Every nation passes through the difficult situations, and Myanmar is also one of them. However, these obstacles provide us an opportunity to review our strengths and weaknesses, to reinforce and rectify. The challenge we have to face at the ICJ is because of the missed opportunity to address the weaknesses in social, economic, and political ill of Rakhine State decades ago. Without the cooperation of the citizens, we cannot make any national enterprise of any note accomplished successfully. We are to release the full translations of the court proceeding in Myanmar language to make it available to the public. And the team who came with us to The Hague are to conduct the panel discussion as well. I hope that the citizens will get more understanding about the possible impacts of this case in Myanmar and the system of international justice. As the agent of Myanmar, I deliver the current ground situation of Rakhine State as well as the historical roots of the conflicts, the economy, social and military situation within the state. This is the important data to present, which was almost neglected by counsel and advocates for the Gambia. Since 2016 and 2017, there were attacks of ARSA, and at the present, there have been some armed conflicts between Tamador and the AA, which has added to the complexity of challenges in Rakhine.
State Counsellor said she didn't dispute that in such kinds of situation of armed conflict, there could have been violations of human rights and infringement of norms of internationally accepted justice and rule of law.
However, these do not amount to genocide or intend to genocide because we are willing and able to prosecute the wrongdoers. In accordance with our constitution, Myanmar is committed to defend the lawful rights of all people in our country. The Gambia has applied for the court to impose provisional measures on Myanmar, which could have negative impacts in reconciliation and sustainable peace and development.
State Counsellor Aung San Suu Kyi expressed in her closing statement that the court would make the decision with the wisdom and vision of justice to help Myanmar create unity out of the diversity to meet the challenges in quest of sustainable peace and development.
I concluded with the final submissions that, in accordance with Article 60, Paragraph 2 of the Rules of the Court, Myanmar requests the court to remove the case from its list, or, in the alternative, to reject the request for the indication of provisional measures submitted by the Gambia.
Before and during the oral hearing at the ICJ, the people within Myanmar have done gathering to express their will of standing with State Counsellor Aung San Suu Kyi. There are also Myanmar people gathered at The Hague from different countries in Europe and other faraway places, including Myanmar. Moreover, Myanmar people with homes in The Hague provide the shelters, meals, and warm welcome to all people who came to support State Counsellor. And the people had expressed their support in an orderly and civilized manner. During the stay in The Hague, State Counsellor Aung San Suu Kyi also met the Myanmar citizens living in other countries. In her presentation at MRTV and MRTV Radio Myanmar, she concluded that in solidarity, we will together overcome all the challenges that we may have to meet.
That's
all for now. This is Dora Suisin from MI Radio.
That's a report on State Counsellor presenting her experience at the ICJ. Alright, it's time now to check on the weather forecast in Myanmar. In Yangon, a partly sunny condition is expected. Air quality will be unhealthy for sensitive groups during the day. We expect the highest temperature of 33 degrees Celsius and the lowest of 18 degrees Celsius. Still expecting a bit of winter cold, so enjoy while it lasts. In Naypyidaw, a nice weather with mostly sunny conditions during the day. We expect the highest temperature of 31 degrees Celsius and the lowest of 15 degrees Celsius at night. Precipitation is obviously low, but there's winds of up to 4 kilometers per hour. In Mandalay, a nice sunny weather during the day, highest temperature being 28 degrees Celsius and the lowest being 13 degrees Celsius. Lovely weather to be in the city. Precipitation is obviously low, but there's winds of up to 6 kilometers per hour. Well, we have another report coming up, and then we'll check on the stocks and currency exchange rates. Installing payment card system to YBS buses is one of the top priorities for YRTA, where the commuters will no longer need to use cash for the bus fare. According to YRTA, the installation of payment card system will be completed by the end of this month, but it is not yet sure when it will be operational for the public. Williamson reports.
It has been several months since YRTA said soon YBS will have another payment collection system where the use of cash will no longer play the role, but smart card system. This smart card system will enable the commuters pay their bus fare just by swiping directly to the ticket units without the need of getting change before catching the bus. The installation of the ticket units is underway. Some of the buses already have these ticket units but not yet operational. According to YRTA, different groups play their own roles in installing the ticket units. The work cannot be done as quickly as possible. And another main issue is that the ticket units installation can only be done at night when the buses are off duty, and it cannot be done at once for all the buses. Speaking at its regular press conference on 18th of December at YRTA head office, Utla Aung, Joint Secretary of YRTA said,
The public have been contacting us for the condition of smart card on when will it be done. Not just the public are also very much eager to accomplish the project very soon, but we are also eager too. But what we have to understand is that we have to make sure that our work is going in that right way for the public interest, and also make sure that we are in the right system. We are working to commit the least mistake in transforming the system. This is why it is taking longer than expected.
Currently, there are 4 companies working on installing payment smart card system on YBS. Till 17th of December, the installation has been done to 544 buses. Right after the installation, QC team or quality control team will inspect the finished work, and if found disqualified, it has to make sure that they will reinstall again until it passes the required standard. But most importantly, all the related groups including YRTA, responsible YBS companies, and Asia Star all need to work together for the speedy progress and also for the systematic transition. As YRTA promised few months ago, it will finish installation payment card system to all the YBS buses. Utla Aung also explained the details on this matter, and he said,
Regarding the deadline completion of the project, we are working to finish the project by 27th December 2019. Due to the varieties of the buses, we spend an extensive time in installation process. In order to avoid unwanted disruption of the commuters, we do the installation work at night by reaching out to the respective terminals of the bus lines. But as we promised before, we will make sure that by the end of this year, we will accomplish the project.
The YRTA gave the deadline for the completion of the payment card system installation. There is no deadline given when will it be available for the public to start using it. Soon it will be 3 years anniversary of transforming into YRTA from Matata. YRTA says it was the right decision to transform from Matata into public-owned companies, and it has brought a lot of improvement to the transportation system in Yangon. But YRTA will not stop working for the improvement, but strive forward to make the system better and better. This is Williamson reporting for MI Radio.
That's a report on the YRTA saying YBS card system delay is good for quality. And now we have an information on currency rates from Myanmar Central Bank. $1 is at 1,505 kyats. 1 Chinese renminbi is at 215 kyats. 1 euro is at 1,675 kyats. 1 pound sterling is at 1,971 kyats. 1 Singapore dollar is at 1,110 kyats. 1 Malaysian ringgit is at 363 kyats. 1 Thai baht is at 49 kyats, and the Indian rupee is at 21 kyats. Gold is trading at $1,478. Silver is at $17. And Brent crude oil is at $60. On the Yangon Stock Exchange, FMI is down 500 and it's at 11,000. MTSH remains at 3,800. MCB is up 100 and it's at 8,400. FPB is up 500 and it's at 23,000. TMH remains at 2,900. You're with MI Radio's Myanmar Today. You can log on to our website at miradio.com.mm and catch many other great programs of MI Radio on the website. We're also running on 96.1 FM in Yangon, 96.5 in Mandalay, and 96.7 in Naypyidaw. Alternatively, you can download our app on both iOS and Android platforms. It's easy to search. Just type in Myanmar INTL Radio and you'll find the app. Download it on your devices so you can listen to our radio programs on the go. Stay with us as we bring you more reports on Myanmar Today. On Tuesday, Microsoft Myanmar launched the world's connected business cloud Dynamics 365 during an event at the Novotel Hotel, Yangon. From engaging customers, optimizing operations, empowering employees, or transforming products and services, the Dynamics 365 platform provides customers' relations management and enterprise resource planning by applying intelligence to all forms of data, thus empowering business leaders to achieve their strategic objectives. How will this technology aid the digital transformation of businesses in Myanmar? David Tanner will tell us more.
The intelligence cloud refers to new cloud application built with artificial intelligence or enhanced functionality in mind. Big tech companies like Microsoft are working on key technologies that are moving beyond the first generation cloud technologies of the last 10 or 15 years to focus on artificially intelligent application. With that being said, how can Microsoft's 3 cloud intelligence system will help shape the transformation of our businesses in Myanmar? Go So Tu Ang, country manager for Microsoft SEA New Market, told MI Radio about the detail of it.
Microsoft, we have a 3 cloud strategy. The first cloud is a Microsoft Azure, which is a platform of all the online services and the collaboration services. Built on top of that, we are building the Microsoft 365, which is the email, video conferencing, and document sharing. All the day-to-day, collaboration tasks are already covered in the Microsoft 365 solution. And on top of that is we also have a Dynamics 365, which is a business application, and it's all the data and process that we unify all together in this 3 cloud solutions.
What kind of impact will Dynamics 365 help in the acceleration of the new ever-changing formula of formal business sector to cloud commuting business sector?
The impact is actually in Myanmar. We opened for the business for it is not very long time ago, right? To catch up with the other country, we need to be leapfrog. Those kind of skill, ERP, CRM system, every business application, right? In the other country, they start with the very beginnings. They need to be step by step. It's a very long time. Right now, we are providing as a subscription kind of model. We call it software as a service, so you can catch up with the the developed world is very easily, and then in the time is very short. Yeah.
How can Dynamics 365 be applicable to the businesses in Myanmar? Ms. Ming Lee Lim, Microsoft segment lead Dynamics Asia, told MI Radio about the detail of accelerating digital transformation with Microsoft business application.
Dynamics 365 software is a platform where we provide solutions for finance, operations, sales, service, right, and also field service across all industries, and it's very configurable. And with the configure first approach, implementations for across these different businesses will definitely be much faster in the cloud. So in terms of the usage, right, it starts from SMBs to corporate to large enterprises across. It's applicable to all organizations. You can start small, like if you can implement just sales for your relationship selling, and then you can also implement back-end office like the finance and operations.
What really is Dynamics 365 and how does this work? How can this be beneficial to companies that rely heavily on Office 365 and Outlook or run operation on Azure? Let's find out.
The software is in the cloud. It's a SaaS model. It is highly configurable and extensible. And all best practices are built in the software. So when you deploy it, you are not customizing, you're configuring. So it adapts to your business. As long as you follow the business processes, which is best practice, it's very fast to deploy. It's not just plain ERP or CRM. We actually include the other clouds that we have, like Azure, the intelligent cloud, as well as our Microsoft 365, which is our collaboration tool. As business go through their digital transformation journey, they actually look across the whole business process, and all the different clouds are pulled in to be implemented to maximize and optimize for the digital journey. In order for them to benefit a quicker and faster implementation, then they can just adopt our D365 because all the best practices, business processes are already embedded and the business intelligence are also embedded. So when they just deploy, it's a very quick deployment. They don't need to customize at all.
Reporter David Tanner reporting from Myanmar International Radio.
That's a report on Microsoft introducing new intelligent cloud solution. And here's the last report on Chinese ambassador, Yangon Region Chief Minister, attending the 20th anniversary of Macao's return to the PRC. Chinese embassy on Wednesday celebrated the 20th anniversary of Macao's return with the presence of Yangon region government and diplomats at Wyndham Grand Hotel. 20 years ago, Macao returned to the People's Republic of China. This is one of the People's Republic of China's significant efforts in promoting one country, two systems principle. For more on this historic milestone which turned 20 years, the role of Macao and the relations between the People's Republic of China, Macao and Myanmar, Akacho has the details.
20 years ago, Macao returned to the People's Republic of China. Macao went through a century of hardships and challenges. The Macao's return came after Hong Kong was handed over to China in 1997. Over the past 2 decades, the Macao Special Administrative Region made substantial effort in economic development and achieved prosperity and stability under the one country, two systems principle. Chinese embassy in Yangon on Wednesday celebrated the 20th anniversary of Macao's return with the presence with the Yangon region government and diplomats at Wyndham Grand Hotel. Chinese ambassador to Myanmar, His Excellency Mr. Chen Hai said,
20 years ago, Macao returned to People's Republic of China. Macao went through a century of hardships and challenges. This marks the second significant effort under one country, two system principles after Hong Kong returned to China in 1997. China reunification saw a great advancement. Macao Special Administrative Region marks a new chapter and milestone in the history. Macao went through a unique historical period over the last 20 years. Macao Special Administrative Region exercise, Macao governed by Macao people in line with the Constitution. Central government supports Macao to achieve a substantial growth.
The GDP per capita in Macao reached $83,000 in 2018, making it the top countries across the world. Livelihood of people improves with a continuous effort to promote social security, education, health, and employment. Macao also boosted its international cooperation. Macao organized and participated in holding regional-level conferences and activities with 120 international organizations. The historic center of Macao was also inscribed on the UNESCO World Heritage List. UN and other intergovernmental international organizations begin to base in Macao. 144 countries and regions have conferred exemption on Macao visa or the visa on arrival. The history proves that Macao's future is closely connected with the future of the entire country. Mainland China is the most important trade partner, the biggest tourist arrivals place, and the important investment source. The ambassador continues to explain.
Many Macao people are doing business in Myanmar. The regional cooperation in trade and commerce, the cultural link have deepened. The China-Myanmar tie has increasingly become vital. 2020 marks the 70th anniversary of China-Myanmar diplomatic relationship. Since the two countries are working together towards the Belt and Road Initiative actively, there are investment opportunities for Macao people in Myanmar.
Yangon Region Chief Minister U Pyo-min said,
"This is such an important and wonderful occasion in the history. This is the 20th milestone when the Macao and China are back together and reunited. It is inspiring to see the development in Macao and China after they are reunited. Macao took its momentum since the time before it returned to China, and it's more inspiring that Macao grows even more after the return. There are many businesses for Macao in Myanmar. There are many investments for Macao as well as tourist arrivals to Myanmar. We believe both People's Republic of China and Macao will witness more development in years to come as well. I extend my wish that both People's Republic of China and Macao will achieve development along with the implementation of Belt and Road Initiative with Myanmar."
This is Agajo reporting for Myanmar International Radio.
And that's all the reports on Myanmar Today. We still have some time left, so let's move on with international news. Some 38,000 students in Germany have been asked to queue in person for a new email password after the university was hit by a cyber attack. The students at Justus Liebig University, Gießen, have been asked to provide proof of identity in person because of legal requirements. The attack on 8th of December initially took the entire university offline. It told students it was investigating the incident with the help of Germany's Research Center for Cybersecurity. Students have been asked to bring an ID card to the university's gym at an allotted time determined by their birth date. According to the published schedule, it will take a full 5 days to process all students. Meanwhile, the university has made 1,200 USB sticks available to staff so computers can be scanned for viruses. Trolls targeted people with epilepsy on Twitter with seizure-inducing videos, according to the Epilepsy Foundation. The US charity said the perpetrators had posted flashing and strobing GIFs and videos in November. It said the Epilepsy Foundation's own Twitter handle and hashtag had been used in order to target people with epilepsy. The foundation has made a criminal complaint and requested an investigation. About 3% of people with epilepsy have photosensitive epilepsy, which makes them susceptible to flashing lights at certain intensities or to certain visual patterns. The toilet design has an upper surface that slopes downwards at a 13-degree angle. The concept, for which a patent application has been filed in the UK, is intended to have medical benefits, according to its designer, Mahabir Gill. The BBC spoke to Mr. Gill about the toilet, which has been branded Standard Toilet. And that's a wrap on today's Myanmar Today. Thanks for joining me. I'm Henry Zin. See you again.